a set on myself. So yeah, excuse my nails, I'm a biter, and every time I do my own nails, like, I don't even sit here to soak them off. I just rip them right off because I don't have the patience. But they used to look a lot worse than so I'm thinking they're getting a lot better. Just, I don't know, my thumbs are the worst. Like, they have dents and stuff, and maybe this one. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut up now, and I'll probably do a voiceover because I want to watch some YouTube while I do this, because I know I'm gonna be here for a minute, and I don't even think I'm gonna do this hand. I'll probably just do this one for now, and then maybe later on in the week or like tomorrow I'll do this one. But I don't know if I have time tomorrow. I have somewhere to be. So yeah, just stay tuned. All right, so over here I'm just pushing back my cuticles with the cuticle pusher, and basically this is going to help expose excess nail plate and help remove all that dead cuticle off your plate, so that way when it's time to use your cuticle bit, you're not doing a lot of work and just pushing all that extra stuff right out of the way, so that way we can help prevent lifting. Alright, so over here I am using this is actually a bit that I got off of Amazon, and it's not the Sciver bit from Atwoods that I normally use on my clients. This one is more of a cuticle bit, but it has like grooves inside of it. It's not considered a diamond bit. It has grooves inside. I would say it's like a mini carbide bit, really, to be honest. And I'm just using that to remove all of that dead cuticle right off of my nail plate, so that way we can expose fresh nails, and this is really gonna help you prevent lifting. Alright, so over here I am just about to place my tips on and making sure that they fit sidewall to sidewall, because you don't want them too big and you don't want them too small, because that could create lifting, air bubbles, and for your nails to pop off. That's not what you want, right? So make sure these things fit sidewall to sidewall so you don't have any issues later. That's on yourself and on your clients. And also over here, like, since my nails are flat, I have flatter nails, so on the side of my nails I find that I have to like do this extra step just so the tips can actually stay on. So yeah, I'm just using the back of the cuticle pusher and pushing it down so it can stick. I'm just cutting the nails with some scissors that I got from the nail shop over here in Toronto, and I'm just making sure they're the length that I wanted, and I'm just testing it out, making sure I'm feeling comfortable. And then from there, I'm just going to take a mandrel bit with a fine sanding band, and then I'm going to just what's that word? Yeah, my bad. LOL. I'm just going to blend the tips in with my natural nail, and I'm going to edge my natural nail and make sure that I got all that shine away off the nail, because acrylic doesn't stick to shiny. Like, you want it off and nicely etched, but not doing too much, because we're not trying to thin out your nails or anything like that. So over here, I'm just cutting my cuticles, well, the excess dead cuticle, and honestly, I only did it for my index finger, because my index finger was the only one that needed it done. So you don't need to be doing it for all 10 fingers. Just do it for the ones that need it. So now I'm just dusting away my nails and making sure all the dust is away, and then I'm gonna go in with like a bristle brush and use 100% acetone just to kind of dehydrate my nails before I actually go in with the dehydrator. And the dehydrator, I'm using the ASP Prep N Step, something like that, from Sally's. I'll try to link that down below. And then yeah, and then right after that, I'm going in with the Young Nails Protein Bond. I do this twice on every single nail. So what I do is I do my thumb and I do all 10 fingers, and then, or 5, because I'm only doing this one hand, and then I go right back to the thumb and I do it another time, because when you're doing this, you want it to dry in between. Like, you don't want to put a layer, go in with another wet layer, and then same thing. So right before you put your acrylic on, you don't want to put this on and go and put your wet acrylic on. You want this to like sit for like 5-10 seconds before you actually go in. Using Young Nails Spade Clear and their nail liquid, and then now I'm putting on my base. So basically I always do this on myself and my clients. I find that the sets last longer, because I find that colored acrylics, it's not as strong as your cores, especially clear. Like, so I love doing this. Like, it really helped me with the whole lifting problem that I was having. So I always do this step. I do not feel right if I do not do this step, so it is a must for me. Try it out, see if you see a difference, honestly. And I even had to change the acrylic brand that I was using too. I find that as soon as I did that, I seen an immediate change. Like, I went from, I wouldn't say I was using cheap or anything like that. I was using Mia Secret, but I had to make a change. Like, I don't know if it had to do with the temperature, like the area I was in, because I do live in a colder country. So I don't know if it had to do with that. It was causing an issue. So once I changed the Young Nails and I started doing this step, like, yo, lifting wear, like, I probably get like 2-3 cases a month where sets lift. So now I'm using a mix that I created myself. It was the Young Nails White, I believe, and just a speed clear. And I'm just going to place this. I'm just going to build this all over my middle finger and my ring finger and my thumbs. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because around this time, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I just know I wanted white in my set. So yeah, I'm just going to build this up. And honestly, over here you could see that I was kind of struggling because I actually went too big with this bead and it was kind of bulky. Like, I don't know, it was just, I was such an uncomfortable position. Like, I just didn't, it was like I could not see what I was doing, but I could see what I was doing. Like, the position was so uncomfortable. Like, the camera was just so close to me. So if I'm out of focus in these parts, it's because it was weird angles. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, so I was kind of struggling with this finger, but I got the hang of it once I moved over to my ring finger. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. Also, I wanted to add, there is no method that I'm using to do this. I'm not doing a 1 ball method. I'm not doing 2, 3. I'm doing as many balls that I need to get this nail the way I want it to look. So honestly, that if that's the thing I need to tell people to do, like, that's like the best thing you can honestly do, is stop trying to work like others and do it your way. Like, the whole 1 ball 2 ball method is nice or whatever, but honestly, to even get to that point, you need to know how to do nails. Like, when I say you need to know how to do nails. Like, that stuff is not for everybody. Like, notice how I'm still going in with smaller beads to fix like dents and like parts of the nail, because I'm not at that level where I could just do 1 bead and I'm satisfied with the nail. Like, you know, just do whatever makes you feel comfortable. So work with the dry bead that makes you feel comfortable, work with the wet bead that makes you feel comfortable. Just know that once you get onto the actual nail, if you're not doing the method that I use, like the clear as a base, you need to work with wetter beads on the actual nail part. But other than that, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Do whatever you think looks nice. Stop trying to work like others. That's where a lot of people go wrong. Everybody's trying to work like somebody. What's the point? All right, so for this, my index and ring, my index, not my index, right? Yeah, my index and my pinky. I'm using the Valentino Victorian collection number 6, and I'm just going to build like French, like a mini French. I'm not going too high with it. And yeah, so just you don't have to be too perfect with this part. Just make sure you got the shape that you're gonna go for, because later on we're gonna go in and file it up, sharpen it, making sure that it is smooth and ready for whatever color you're going to be using to create your French. So over here, I'm just shaping up the smile line, making sure it's sharp, it's straight, it's in position, and it's the way that I like it before I go and place the color I'm going to be using to create my French. And you guys want to make sure you guys always do this shade, just so when everything is done, like everything just looks nice and crisp. So now I'm just gonna go with the color 114 from Valentino, and I'm just gonna push the color up right against the smile line, basically the side walls, and making sure everything is nice and tight around that area, because if I don't do that, then it's gonna be kind of hard. It's gonna be harder for me to like fill in the gaps, and when it's time to file everything clean, it's gonna be very noticeable. Like you're gonna see like dents and stuff like that. You don't want that, so you want to get as much product as you can piled up against the smile line. Even if you have to go over the nude, do that too. Like that doesn't matter, because it's gonna get filed away anyways. You just want to get that as close as possible to the smile line. All right, so for this part, I'm going to be just shaping the nails into the shape that I want. I think I'm going for like a ballerina shape, so that's all I'm going to be doing. But I won't be doing a voiceover during this part because I don't want to focus on this, like the shaping part in this video. I think I'm going to be doing that on somebody else instead of me, because I find that shaping on yourself is a lot harder than doing it on somebody else. So yeah, like these angles are just crazy. Like my hands are in so much pain because of like the angles I was going, and I just couldn't do it. So yeah. Alright, so after filing and shaping, I did go wash my hand, and now I'm just using the dotting tool and the Young Nails mission. I think it's the mission. Is it the mission controls? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have to link it down below. But it's the color black, and I'm just gonna be like creating these cow print type of design on my nails, just my middle finger and my ring finger. So I'm just gonna be doing that for the whole those two fingers, and then for my index and my pinky and my thumb, I'm just going to be placing some Swarovski crystals from Blue Street Crystals on the bottom part of my nails. Nothing crazy, just something light. And to place those crystals, I'm going to be using the Mia Secret Clear Gel Resin, the best in the world. I swear to God, if you have problems with your crystals lasting on yourself, your clients, whoever you're doing your nails on, you need to invest into the Mia Secret Gel Resin. Like, it's the best. The only thing is, when you're working with it, do not use it over your top coat. Like, right after you're done filing and everything, your clients, you've washed your hand, just work with it like that. Like, it's amazing. Like, I love it so much. I don't think I'm ever switching out of it. Like, never. Like, it's the best product I've ever tried. Alright, so guys, this is the finished look, and I hope you guys learned something new. And if you have any questions, please leave it down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell. Alright, thank you.